We are live, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. The New York Knicks lose to the Memphis Grizzlies 112 to 115 in a thriller. We got a lot to talk about. Some people struggled. Some people barely played. Grizzlies, Ja Morant just took over the game. 34 points, 9 assists. I mean, what a thriller. What a thriller, Chris.
Insane.
Insane. It was insane.
It could have been double overtime.
It could have been double overtime, but Memphis decided to foul the Knicks, and the Knicks couldn't just get that second chance to pretty much tie the game or win the game. But, yeah, what a game overall for the Knicks. On the Knicks side, you had, talk about Cam Reddish, 22 points, 5 rebounds off the bench. Cam has arrived.
I told you, man. Cam, he didn't do it in the preseason, but he showed up. Game 1 so far.
Yeah, man. Cam Reddish came off the bench because of Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is hurt right now. So Cam Reddish came off the bench just like he has in the preseason and balled his ass out, man. He was the second best Knick player tonight behind Julius Randle. Julius Randle had 24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. And he made some critical mistakes at the end, fouling Steven Adams off of a silly play. Yep. He also was forcing it a bit. I want to talk about RJ Barrett as well. RJ Barrett. You want to talk about a terrible game from RJ Barrett, season opener versus Grizzlies, man.
It was insane. It was crazy. He wasn't RJ Barrett. He wasn't finishing like not that he was a great finisher, but buckets that he normally would make, it was just not happening for him.
Yeah, it wasn't. RJ Barrett shot 3 of 18 from the field. 0 of 6 from 3, only had 11 points, 8 rebounds, and he played most of the game, 37 minutes, just not the night for RJ Barrett, just a terrible off night for RJ. And look, it sucks because RJ Barrett played really well in the preseason, right? He was hitting his shots, he was going to the rim, and just an off night for RJ.
Yep, and he was pretty efficient too throughout the whole preseason. So
he was efficient indeed. Yeah, man. RJ Barrett. Look, I'm not gonna look into it stinks because this is what hurt RJ Barrett last year, right? He didn't finish around the rim. He wasn't efficient, and we just at least for tonight, hopefully tonight only, we just saw him. He wasn't efficient. And the Knicks, look, they almost won this game. They could have won this game. Like, during that overtime, you had Jalen Brunson in the corner, missed a wide open 3. You had your chances, but RJ Barrett was forcing it a lot tonight, and he just didn't look like his normal self.
No. For all we know, he might have been gassed. I mean, 37 minutes. It's a lot.
37 minutes, that is second on the team. Do you want to know who played more than RJ Barrett tonight?
Hartenstein, huh?
Isaiah Hartenstein had 40 minutes played.
I love this guy. This guy was just straight hustle beginning to end.
Straight hustle beginning to end. And granted, he played 40 minutes, much to do to the fact that Mitchell Robinson was in foul trouble all night and he couldn't get into a rhythm. Mitchell Robinson played 12 minutes, 4 points, 2 rebounds. And it's all in all, it just stinks, right? Because during the preseason, we saw Mitchell Robinson play really well. We saw RJ Barrett play really well. We saw Jalen Brunson play really well. We saw Julius Randle play really well. Yeah. So, granted, Julius Randle played amazing tonight. So having those players take a step back in this first game, it stinks. But
it does.
Yeah, man. What are you gonna do, right?
But not for nothing. They fought back. You know, past teams would have just gave up down the amount they were.
Yep.
They made it a game,
Yeah.
and they could have won it. Like you said, Jalen Brunson, 2 threes each corner. Normally, those are shots for him that I know he'll hit, but
Yeah. Normally
they
those are
didn't
shots
go in
for him.
tonight.
And we got our first comment, Austin Ort in the chat. Cam Reddish, period. Him. Yeah, man. Cam
Damn,
Reddish.
he's here.
Cam is here, man. Cam has arrived. And I want to talk about Cam Reddish more because I was not expecting this at all from Cam Reddish.
He
I
looked
mean,
completely different.
you can argue that he needed more minutes, like 28 minutes. He even added 3 steals to go along with his 22 points, 5 rebounds. Cam Reddish was that dude tonight, and it's going to be very interesting what the Knicks do when Quentin Grimes comes back because Emmanuel Quickley is not playing well at all. And he has not been playing well throughout the whole preseason. And I'm wondering what the Knicks do. What do you think they should do, Chris?
I don't know. I mean, quickly. Usually, from what I've seen, he starts pretty slow, and if his shot's not going down, it takes some time for it to start to heat up. But if Cam keeps up the play if he keeps up going the way he did tonight, and then Grimes comes back, I think that's a good problem to have. But
Yeah,
you got to find a way to get the minutes.
You have to find Cam Reddish minutes. In my opinion, if Quentin Grimes Quentin Grimes has to get healthy first. I mean, he missed like 32 games last season. He's not even healthy right now. He's dealing with a sore foot. Reports were coming out that after the preseason game on Friday, he was hurting. His foot was hurting. So, yeah, Cam Reddish needs to play, whether that's in place of Emmanuel Quickley, because if this is the Emmanuel Quickley we get coming from last season when he took a step back last season too and he was inefficient, Cam Reddish deserves to play over Emmanuel Quickley and Derrick Rose too. Derrick Rose didn't really do anything tonight. Granted, he only played 12 minutes. Look, we expect more out of Derrick Rose and we expect more out of Emmanuel Quickley. And Cam Reddish came off the bench, provided that offense, provided that defense, really played well. And I'm sure the Cam fam is going crazy because I know you're part of the Cam fam and you want him to succeed. So,
he just has that, he has all the tools. He has all the tools and he just gets it together like he did tonight. He showed it. He showed out. All the Euro steps, all the tough layups. It's crazy.
How many Euro steps did Cam have tonight? Like, he had seems like he had 5, right?
I thought every drive was a Euro step.
Yeah, there was a point in the game where I was just like, RJ Barrett, just give the ball to Cam Reddish. Like, you're doing too much right now. You're forcing it. You're not playing well. Cam Reddish is playing really well. Just pass the ball to Cam Reddish. There was times where Cam Reddish was open in the corner. During that one of the last final possessions, RJ Barrett drove in. Cam Reddish was open in the corner. He didn't see him. RJ Barrett turned it over. So, well, he didn't turn it over. He just missed a layup. And, yeah. So, yeah, let's go back to this box score real quick. Let's go through it player by player. Oh, man, that brings you back memories from last season, right? Versus the Boston Celtics and that triple overtime where Evan Fournier was going crazy and the Knicks actually won that game. Well,
yeah.
I wish the Knicks won this game, Chris. I really do.
Yeah, that Celtics game I think was the beginning of the end for us last season. So maybe this is good for the long term.
Hey, you got a point there. We lost the Celtics game and we had a terrible year. So we lost. We won the Celtics game. Excuse me. We lost this game.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have a great year. So, yeah, let's go through this box score again. Julius Randle, once again, great game. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Then you have Ja Morant, literally unstoppable. He made – first of all, let me talk about something real quick. The play where Ja Morant blocked Jalen Brunson on that fast break. Jalen Brunson got fouled, right? That's number one.
Yep.
Then that was a goaltend. That was a
Yep.
goaltend.
The
The ball hit
ball
the backboard,
on the
and
backboard.
it should have been 2 shots. So
Nobody brought that up though.
nobody brought that up, and it stinks because
Yeah.
if we would have had that layup, if we would have made that layup, that's a tie game right there. And
Yep.
yeah, so it just hurts. It hurts. Like, I'm a little salty about that, but
That was definitely a tough one to swallow.
yeah. So Jalen Brunson struggled all game, right? He got into foul trouble in the first quarter, and it really hampered him. He didn't shoot the ball well. Came in the second, picked up another foul, came out of the game. Picked it up in the third quarter though. He was hitting his shots, and you saw what Jalen Brunson could bring in that fourth quarter and overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Evan Fournier, I mean, what? He's just out there to hit shots, right?
I mean, that's all it seems, because it's not for his defense, that's for sure.
Yeah. Evan Fournier is 3 of 6 from downtown. Not a good defensive game. 32 minutes, 14 points. RJ Barrett. This is a bummer, right? RJ Barrett, 11 points, 3 of 18 from field goals, 0 from 6 from 3. RJ Barrett shot 50% from 3 during the preseason. And now he comes out and has this performance. It's frustrating.
Yeah, without a doubt. I don't know what to say about it. It just wasn't falling for him.
Yeah. And look, the RJ Barrett haters are going to ride him for
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
But look, RJ Barrett's going to be fine, right? I'm not. Are you worried about RJ Barrett? Are you worried that he's like reverting to the player that he was last year, not finishing around the rim and not being efficient?
No, it's too soon for all that. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, he's only going to get better. He's extremely young, and I personally think if not number one, he's going to be number two, like best player on our team the whole year. He's only going to get better.
Yeah, I agree. If not number one, number two. And
Yep.
we have a comment in the chat. RT, he's overpaid. 3 of 18, RJ Barrett. So we got some RJ Barrett hate already going on. So it is what it is. I just wish that.
Personally, I think the contract is a bargain. It's gonna be a bargain.
Yeah, I think RJ Barrett's gonna be fine. Maybe, look, just an off game. It's just frustrating. Mitchell Robinson, once again, foul trouble all game. Didn't really get a rhythm, which was terrible because Mitchell Robinson was a beast throughout the preseason. Nobody was stopping Mitchell Robinson. He was grabbing every offensive rebound. He was averaging double-doubles. So I'm not worried about Mitch. Yeah, Cam Reddish. What do you have to say about Cam Reddish?
He needs more minutes. Gotta play him. He has to play. If he's bringing that every night,
That's the thing, though.
That's
If he's bringing
like
that every
PK.
night, is he going to bring that every night?
I don't know. That I can't answer, but I hope so.
It's crazy because we saw flashes from Cam, right, during the preseason, but he just never put it all together, and he got hurt. He twisted his ankle, and we see the upside. I see what you see in Cam Reddish. After tonight, Cam Reddish needs to play every single game. Okay, the Knicks traded a protected first round pick for Cam Reddish. He needs to play. Granted, the first round pick doesn't really it's protected until I think top 16 or whatever. But Cam Reddish needs to play, man. You saw his ups. You saw what he can do, and if he can do half of what he did tonight on a night to night basis, that'd be huge for the Knicks. 22 points, 5 rebounds, only 2 fouls, 2 turnovers. Cam Reddish, man. Props to you, sir.
I mean, this is not Kevin Knox, So
Yeah.
even in Atlanta, he was, showing flashes out there. Just like you said, injuries. Just here and there, could never just stay on the court, basically.
Yeah, he
But
can never. Yeah, go ahead.
he definitely showed it tonight, and hopefully that keeps going. We could use something like that and a boost like that.
Yeah, we can use something like that. Derrick Rose came in the game, made a couple of layups. What's the plan for Derrick Rose? Like, what do you think the plan is for Derrick Rose? If he's gonna come in the game and give you 12 minutes, and he's not the same, right? But he does have his own little antics, and he can get in the paint and give you a quick bucket. During the game, he missed a critical wide open three in the third quarter or the fourth quarter that would have tied the game, or the Knicks would have took the lead. And I didn't think that was a great shot. So what do you think the overall plan is for Derrick Rose?
That's a good question, and I agree. He had that pull up three where he just
Yeah,
barely grazed the rim, but I guess he felt I guess he felt good about it. But
yeah,
I don't know. I saw them running Derrick Rose out there, with Jalen Brunson. It was interesting. Um, Honestly, I feel Derrick Rose should be getting some of the minutes quickly got, and just kind of run. Kind of like what we saw last year. He plays so well with quickly, plays so well with Obi. You know, I say let him run that unit, but it was interesting seeing him with Brunson, and I don't know how much I liked it, but it's tough to say. I mean, Tibbs is definitely going to play him. That's one of his favorites. I'm kind of shocked he only played 12 minutes, though.
yeah. I mean, RT in the chat wasting his time regarding Derrick Rose. Are we wasting Derrick Rose's chat? I mean, are we wasting Derrick Rose's time? Like, are
Nah, I
we?
don't mean
Yeah,
he would be. Where would he be? Detroit right now? I mean,
yeah,
I know Detroit kind of has a squad right now, but
exactly. Maybe the Lakers can need him. They need some scoring, right?
they need shooters.
Yeah, exactly.
I should say they need
Obi
makers.
Toppin. The thing that was brought up a lot last season with Obi Toppin was what, Chris?
That he should play over Julius.
That he should play over Julius and his minutes.
He should start.
His minutes, Obi Toppin averaged 16 to 17 minutes last season. Obi Toppin today played 13 minutes. In a game where Mitchell Robinson was in foul trouble all game, Obi Toppin played 13 minutes.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Tom Thibodeau has
At
this
least
has this
25 minutes.
yeah. Tom Thibodeau has this philosophy where he doesn't want to play Obi and Randall together, and I don't agree with it. I think they can play well together. I think playing Hartenstein 40 minutes. Granted,
Yeah.
Hartenstein played a great game. No
Yep.
shit on Hartenstein. He came in the game, gave the Knicks energy. Almost had a double-double, 16 points, 8 rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein. Look, I've been raving about him all preseason. But Obi Toppin, look, they took this kid in the lottery, Chris.
Yeah.
And he's playing, like, why are you... I don't get it. Like, I don't get it at
Playing
all.
like he was a third round pick or something.
He's playing like he's a second round
Not
pick.
even.
And he's
Yeah.
he's a lottery pick, and you're playing him 13 minutes. Now I get it. Julius Randle, amazing game. Julius Randle was balling all game, made some mistakes, but first quarter, the Knicks wouldn't have been within the game during the second quarter either if Julius Randle wasn't balling. Double-double, 24 points, 11 boards. It looks like Julius Randle is back. We'll see. Because
For now.
We'll see for now because we all know how that panned out last season. But yeah, Obi Toppin needs to play more. And
Yeah, I agree. And especially late in this game, you need that hustle energy guy. That could have been Obi getting some of those loose balls that we just couldn't get to.
yeah, and Obi provides that spark. Granted, he didn't really do much tonight, but he doesn't really play, so you can't really tell. Like, when he does play, he gets like 5 minutes to prove himself to Thibs, and then Thibs doesn't see anything. He's pulling him. It's so stupid. Like, it's dumb. And
He brings those energy what I call energy baskets, where like one dunk could change the momentum at the right time, and I think
Yeah,
I think we could have used them down the stretch, or hell, even have putting in Mitchell, put Mitchell back in, let him foul out, but we could have used that presence down in the
yeah.
paint.
They didn't put Mitchell Robinson back in the game, right? Towards
No,
the
I
end of
thought
the
I
game.
thought actually he had fouled out, but now that I'm
No, he
looking at the
didn't.
box score, he only had 5. It's
He
kind of
didn't. He didn't foul out. I guess Tom Thibodeau was riding Hardenstein, and look, Hardenstein was playing really well, and give
yeah.
Hardenstein a lot of credit. But yeah, I keep going back to Cam Reddish because I can't believe how big of a game he had, and that shot that he hit to tie the game was absolutely ridiculous. And props to Thibs for
That was
calling that. That
amazing.
was a good play call.
hmm
That was a good drawn out
That was
play from Thibs.
that was something we don't usually see, but it was nice.
Right? At least it wasn't Randall in the corner, right? It was
Oh
an actual
man,
shooter.
he probably still would have took a step back.
Yeah. So yeah, if you didn't see it, I think Brunson drove down the lane. Cam Reddish's guy had to help out. Brunson kicked it out to Reddish. Reddish hit a 3, and I was going crazy in my room. I'm sure all Knicks fans were going crazy. It was just an amazing play, amazing drawn out play from Tom Thibodeau, and yeah, Cam is here, man. Play Cam Reddish.
Play Cam Reddish. Granted, he got more minutes than Obi already, so
Look, but you needed it when you had Emmanuel
yeah.
quickly playing like Chris Duhon. When you had quickly playing like
Oh man.
trash. Like what? I asked you what's the plan for Rose. Like quickly, a lot of people didn't want to give him. I hate to bring up Donovan Mitchell, but a lot of
Yeah,
people didn't want to give him up for Donovan Mitchell. And a lot of people thought his upside was Tyrese Maxey's upside. We all know Maxey on the 76ers is like,
yeah,
I think he's going to be an all-star this year. So he quickly is just too inconsistent, right?
yeah. At the moment, he's. I think he's too wrapped up with trying to draw fouls, and kind of gets him in trouble where he's just kind of flinging the ball up, and sometimes we just don't get those calls when it's going his way and he's getting the calls. Looks like a genius out there. When he doesn't, it's like, come on, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I'm just so mad the Knicks lost this game. You don't understand.
We definitely had our chances.
Yeah, we
Even
definitely did.
though we weren't getting the calls here and there, they battled though. You
Oh
got
man,
to give them that.
talk about that, man. RJ Barrett, there was a few times where he drove in the lane. This is like RJ Barrett's 4th year, and he still can't get a damn foul call. Like I don't. At this point, we've given up hope. I don't know what the referees are seeing.
Yeah,
RJ Barrett gets no respect when he drives the lane. Granted, he didn't play well tonight, but give him a damn foul call, please, because
yeah,
RJ
I
Barrett
agree
went to
that.
the line 6 times. I want to see RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett should be going to the line like 10 times a game. And he just doesn't get calls. I don't understand. He just doesn't get foul calls.
Yeah, That's why I won't beat up on him too bad. I mean, he did have a bad game, but there were more than a
All right.
couple drives
You
where
don't
he
want to
got knocked.
you don't want to beat up on
And
him. I'll be that guy. I'll be that guy tonight. All right. Fair warning. I love RJ Barrett. Got his money, got paid. Well worth it. I still think he's
Mhm.
underpaid. But you cannot come out and shoot 3 of 18, 0 from 6 from 3, and force it pretty much during that fourth quarter and overtime. You just have to learn that if you do not have it that particular night, give it to somebody else. Your buddy Cam Reddish, that you were teammates at Duke, was playing better than you, and he should have got the game. He should have got the ball way more than he did.
Yep.
So RJ Barrett shot
Yeah.
the ball 18 times tonight. That was tied with Jalen Brunson. So look, you want to see RJ Barrett. He's the best player on the Knicks, if not the second best player behind Brunson. So you want to see him shoot the ball 18 times. But Yeah, man. Ramon T in the chat. He's not an all-star player regarding RJ Barrett.
Yeah, we'll see. He might be
Yeah, I
this
know.
season.
I know you really love RJ Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, just like Cam, I see that potential. He's been doing it. I mean, he's just not as efficient as you'd like, but he's showing us this preseason that he can be that. So again, he's a young dude. He's only gonna get better. He did make his free throws, which is another thing that you know, he wasn't great at. 5 or 6 this
Yeah,
time. So
this I agree with Ramon T in the chat. How many more years? Like, how many more years are we gonna say he's only gonna get better until we actually know what he is, right? So,
right.
but this was, I don't. This game, throw this game in the trash. I don't think this is RJ Barrett because throughout the preseason you saw the real RJ Barrett, and I think that he's only going to get better. He's going to learn.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's beating himself up right now. So
Yeah, I mean, he's what, 22 right now?
he's either 22 or 23.
22. He's 22.
Hey, he's still super young. He's 22. But you know what? A lot of casuals are going to do. They're going to be like, RJ Barrett had this terrible game, but the guy drafted in front of him, John Morant, 34 points, 9 assists,
Yeah.
4 rebounds, took over the game. And they
John's explosive.
it was interesting because they had RJ Barrett guarding John Morant most of the game. Like, if RJ Barrett's gonna guard John Morant and he's still dropping 34 points, nine assists, 4 rebounds, then why not just put Jalen Brunson on him, right?
I think at that point, though, they were trying to save Brunson from getting more fouls. I think that's pretty much what it was all about, and maybe getting somebody a little bit bigger on job. But if you
Yeah,
can't stay in front of him, it's not going to do much.
yeah, that's true. And look, we can go over the Grizzlies box score. They had their rookie start and pretty much shoot like Ray Allen out there. Wasn't missing at all. And I don't look. That's it. Seems like every year we have this one player on the opposition team that just shoots lights out. We don't know who this guy is, where this guy came from. He could be called up from the G League, and he just look. That's the Knicks luck, man.
Yeah, it seems like that's always the case. I know I told you that earlier, but I mean, I could get called up and probably drop 20 on the Knicks. It just seems like some random, either it's somebody's debut, somebody called up from the G League, and they just go off. I don't
Yeah,
understand it.
yeah. Which one was a
And
rookie, Conchar or
I
Aldama?
think it was Santi Aldama. Yeah,
Santi Aldama. He was taken in this year's draft. Yeah, he was killing the Knicks from three. Um,
yeah, yeah. I
wow, they
mean, he had a double double,
they
11
shot
rebounds.
53s. Am I reading that correctly?
No, he was 3 for 8 from three.
No, the Grizzlies as a team shot 53 pointers.
Oh yeah. Wait, yeah,
Wow,
that's insane. Actually,
that's crazy. Compared to the Knicks 37. And
well, you
look,
know what? They were hitting early, so
yeah, early on in the game, the Knicks weren't hitting their shots. Brunson was way off. Barrett was off. Mitch got in foul trouble. And then you had the bench. Look, this is the leading on from preseason. The bench unit didn't show us much, right? And it just continues on into this game. Derrick
yeah,
Rose, not much. Obi has shown us flashes, but Obi does not play more than 15 minutes a game, 13 minutes tonight. Quickly, garbage. iHeart was only one, right? And Cam.
Mhm.
So, like, what? I don't know. This has to change, right? The bench has to get their act together. Otherwise, we're not going to win that many games.
yeah. I mean, we're coming into the season thinking we got one of the best benches. You know,
Yeah,
It
I
would have
even
been nice
thought.
to see somebody like a Jericho Sims, with Mitch.
Look, I said that Jericho Sims is like a break glass in case of emergency type of player. So that like if Mitch is in foul trouble and if iHeart's in look, it looks like Dibbs loves iHeart. He's playing him 40 minutes in
40
his
minutes.
in his first game as a New York Knick. Like that's crazy. Yeah, give Jericho Sims some run. Like
Just a little bit. He would have definitely got those loose balls.
yeah, he would have. Yeah. So ba, ba, ba. Let me just go over what I wrote down in my notes. Yeah, Brunson got into early foul trouble and never got going after that. Ja Morant in the first half had 18 points and 5 assists. That's with
Yep.
RJ Barrett guarding him. So Obi Toppin had 8 first half minutes. So if Obi Toppin had 8 first half minutes and he finished the game with 13 minutes and the Knicks went into overtime,
He
I
did
don't
not see the floor.
they, I don't think he came in the game until like what, the end of the third, early fourth, or the fourth quarter. Absolutely mind-boggling.
He
But
needs some more minutes.
yeah, Mitchell Robinson foul trouble. Third quarter, Julius Randle. That's when Julius Randle was taking over. That's when the Knicks tied the game, and Julius Randle was balling out in the third quarter. So they had no answers for Julius Randle. The Knicks cut the lead to 3 in the third quarter, and that's when Derrick Rose missed that 3 that I wish that he would have slowed the pace and passed it out. But yeah, Cam Reddish balled out, and yeah, let's go back to um, Grimes. So when Grimes comes back, this is what I want to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Grimes is healthy and he comes back and everyone's healthy and Emmanuel Quickley is still playing like this, how can you not bench Emmanuel Quickley? How? Give me a reason how you can't bench IQ.
I can't even give you a reason. If he's playing the way he's playing now, you have to.
Yeah.
You just have to. I mean, there's options there, especially if somebody like a Cam continues playing the way he does. Grimes comes back strong. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah. It's not looking good for Emmanuel Quickley so far. Through the first 4 preseason games, he was terrible. And tonight, awful. He did not make a field goal. 0 points. I don't know what's up with him. I really don't, because it sucks because we saw his upside with during the playoffs. Like, you remember, like he was hitting his shots and he was like one of the next best players.
Yeah, I mean, when he's hitting those shots, when he's the 3-pointers, the floaters, when he has his game going, it just gives the defense all types of trouble. It stretches out the floor for us too. So when he's struggling like this, I mean, it's like feast or famine, with him. It's like either he's on or he's completely cold. And until he figures it out, there's no in between with him, it seems.
Yeah, there's no in between with him, and that's the frustrating part because, look, that's why I wanted Donovan Mitchell. Like, we love our young guys. We love them to death. We want them to succeed. But if I knew Obi Toppin was not going to play more than 20 minutes a game, and he comes out tonight 13 minutes, and Emmanuel Quickley struggling already, so it's just frustrating. And look, we could have won this game easily. So it is what it is. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to touch on tonight's game?
No, I mean it's a tough loss, but I still like the way we battled back. First game of the season, lots of games left to play. And again, Cam hopefully continues.
Yeah. Hopefully that continues, and hopefully Cam Reddish deserves his shine. He deserves all the flowers thrown at his feet, because I was not a believer, but I saw the upside. And you saw the upside tonight. Clutch, game tying three, balled out. Grizzlies couldn't stop him. And he damn sure raised his trade value if the Knicks are considering that, even though I think they shouldn't. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you eventually get rid of a Fournier type and you slide into Cam Reddish. I think that's a good look there if
Yeah.
he keeps it up, you know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so the Knicks start off the season 0-1. Their next game is on Friday, the home opener versus the Detroit Pistons, which should be an easy win. Then they have the Orlando Magic and then the Charlotte Hornets. So they should win all three of those games, right?
I believe so.
Eh,
Unless some random guy goes off for 35 on us.
See, in my
But
opinion,
those
yeah,
definitely BWs.
yeah. In my opinion, I think they have to win all three of those games because to end the month of October into November, it's a brutal stretch for the New York Knicks. And I'm going to read off these opponents right now. You have the Bucks, the Cavs, the Hawks, the 76ers, Boston, Minnesota, Brooklyn. And then it's look that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 7 games in a row against elite contenders. So
A
the
tough
Knicks have
stretch.
to, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's a tough stretch.
Yeah, the Knicks have to come home in their next 3 games and win all 3 of those games because the stretch after that is brutal. And look, can they do it? Yes, they got to win some of those games, or else we're gonna start the season on a losing record, and we don't want that. So yeah, all in all, tough loss for the Knicks. We'll be back on Friday. Um, it just stinks because I thought we had this game, but it is what it is. Thank you for y'all
Yeah,
thanks for y'all for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm Anthony. That's Chris. Until next time.
peace.